Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hello, hello. It is so good to see you here on a Wednesday. But the main reason that I'm streaming on a Wednesday, which is not a usual day for me, is because I will be traveling tomorrow morning to Atlanta to hang out with some cool folks for After Dark Fest. We'll see how things go, but I'm just looking forward to hanging out with some good people, good times, hopefully some good food. And we are going to try and stream as much of it as possible. I know that a lot of the conversation is going to revolve around Splinterlands, but it's I'm just looking forward to like a good weekend of gaming, hopefully, with some people that you guys might know, frequent guests here on the stream or other streamers in general. Green Candle Day, though. And I gotta share with you something that I think is quite disappointing, but it's something that we knew was going to be the case no matter what. So I'm here on CoinGecko, and I'm in the GameFi category, right? So these are all the top gaming projects. I mean, look at this wall of green. It is beautiful. On the 7-day, look at this. Axie Infinity is up 13%. ApeCoin is up 21%. Gala is up 26%. Illuvium 17, Engine Coin, Steppen even 18%. I mean, it's phenomenal. Like, gaming is about to take off. Gaming, I think, is really, really poised itself to take off. Now, the sad part for all the folks here in Splinterlands is that when we look at SPS, this shit sucks. And look, I don't mean to kick everybody while they're down, but I'm not surprised. I think I called it. I said we're decoupled. I also said that no matter what, this is a game that has way too much baggage in it versus some of the other ones out there. Now here's the thing where my thesis I think goes wrong, and is games like Axie Infinity I would think have a decent amount of baggage as well. Yet this thing is pumping for some reason. So I'll admit ignorance that I'm obviously not very much involved with the Axie Infinity like Discord or community. I'm almost trying to talk to people. I always try to talk to people who are involved with the project. But I mean, I guess what it comes down to is that at the end of the day, they just don't have as much toxicity in the environment, nor do they have probably the same kind of overhang in terms of game economy as we do. Like, let me put it this way. I think SPS would be much more volatile to the upside whenever these upswings happen if we just didn't have this overhang of supply, right? DEC, and of course the amount of SPS that has come into the mix. So let's see. Jason saying Axie's top 100. That's why it's pumping. Well, dude, check this out. My neighbor Alice is number 346. This thing is up 18%. Well, I guess Smooth Love Potion is. I don't even know what Ultra is, but this thing is up 17%. Veracity. I actually know what Veracity is. VRA number 378, 19%. Nakamoto Games 382 is up 32%. So this is a significant area of concern. Now, the other game that's been across my radar a lot, Echelon Prime, this has not pumped as much as I thought that it would. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it won't happen. But I do think that there is a significant risk here that the market bypasses us because we are an old project that is on the brink of bankruptcy. So we're not pulling any punches today. All right, let's see what we got here. Alex is in the house. What's going on? Good to see you, my friends. Ghostly BG, yo. And Alex, just to let you know, I still have not bought any Rebellion packs. I'm not going to show you, but I'm just going to let you know I haven't bought any. Jason, good to see you here. Tales from the Cryptmancer. Yeah, name recognition is a part of it, but I'm trying to debunk that by going as deep down into this. I mean, look at this. Everdome. What the hell is Everdome? It's up almost 30% on the 7-day. I mean, WagMe game. Actually, I have heard of WagMe games. I'm surprised that it's so low, but whatever the case, 29%. Let's see how low we can go. Now, the thing is, the further out on the risk curve, some of these are just like there's no liquidity, so they're gonna get pumped like crazy. So like even like this dose, I don't even know what this is. 168%. I don't really care about that. It probably has a very tiny market cap. But here's a project I was following last time Now, this is interesting. Dot moves. I actually made a good amount of money on dot moves in the last bull run. This thing is up 16%. But step in. Well, this is the step in infinite token on ETH. So this is down, but their GMT, which is similar to like our SPS or governance token, is up on the weekly. Yeah, 18%. Interesting. All right, let me get back to the chat here. Check out that Steam pump. Oh wait, oops. Okay, hold on. Let's see, how is Steam doing? Now, the funny thing is, look at Hive. Hive is up, man. That's we're up 4% on the, what is this, the 24 hour? On the weekly, we're up 14%. So I got some sitting in the what's that called? The SPS Hive pool. So that kind of feels nice from an absolute perspective, that the value of what I put into that liquidity pool has gone up decently. Although, I wish that SPS would kind of follow along. Wait, oops. Axie's top 100. That's why it pumps. All right, I think we talked about that already. Spray and pray. We're not a target because we are generally unknown, which is kind of crazy to think about the fact that this game is 5 years old and is still considered unknown. But that's what happens when you don't have a marketing department, or when you have a marketing department that's not doing marketing. Sorry, it sounds like I'm shitting on the marketing department. I mean, there was nothing to market, right? At the end of the day, there's just nothing to market. My neighbor Alice is on Binance, so that's why it pumped. Splinterlands need to fork out $1 million to get on Binance. What's crazy is I believe DEC and, well, actually I don't know about DEC, but SPS is a Binance native token, right? It was created on Binance during the last bull run, and then just bridged over to Hive and ETH. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Splinterlands needs to give rewards that are not soul-bound anymore. Now, what would this accomplish? Because we still have a major botting problem that's happening in Wild, and maybe it's not a problem, but we just have a major botting presence in Wild. I'm sure there's actually a botting presence also still in Modern, or Battle Helper presence in Modern, because we're not going to catch all of them, especially if we're not paying attention anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I think one way we could do it, man, if I could like redesign Splinterlands, there's so many different ways that I would do things. And this is me playing armchair quarterback, so I'm not trying to hate on Matt or Aggie. It's just if like, knowing what we know now, I don't think that I would double down on what we've done in the past. I think I would completely change things up. So I was planning to make a video for this, and I think I still will. Because the idea was floating around in my head before the Rebellion stuff came out. But I think back to my Magic the Gathering days. So just go with me here, guys. I think back to the Magic the Gathering days, and there would be like 3 subsets in like a main set, right? That would, 3 subsets within a main set that would essentially like be part of whatever the modern format would be, right? So I was actually thinking something that they should have done for Rebellion is they should have split it up, taken the 100 plus cards, whatever it is, split it up into 3 mini sets, right? That all span, right? And you can even include like whatever the Rift Watchers would be as that 4th mini set, right? Actually, here, perfect. You take the 100 cards that we're going to get for Rebellion, and then plus another maybe 40 or so cards for what's that called? The mini set, right? Whatever the Rift Watchers or dice would be. So where's my math at? That's about 35 cards a pop, right? 35 cards a piece, and then you make 4 mini sets that come out over the course of 4 months each. And so this first month, now here's the thing, Matt wants over the course of a year only 1.5 million packs. That's his goal, right? I'm thinking that we can get to 3 million packs. Now, what you could have done is you could have had a new kind of subset release every 4 months. And if you still want to do the burning mechanism, that's fine, right? Maybe you set it up so that there's 2.5 million packs of each of these, right? Or maybe 3 million packs of each of these mini sets. And what they do is, okay, so from well, I guess we're starting in well, let's just say we were to start at the beginning of the year, right? January. So from January to April, right? The end of April, you have a little mini set that comes out. There's a promo card for it, maybe. There's whatever, a little pre-sale. You can do titles, but you don't have to make it as big, right? It's just the top whatever. And I think you would still get a bunch of people buying all these cards. Now, here's the thing. Those cards go out of print. They're burned or sold or whatever by the end of April. And then we have a new set that comes in. Again, it's a mini set. These are just small things, but it keeps people engaged every 4 months. And we don't have to have this big hoopla and drama that we do now for Rebellion. It can be split up into 4-month chunks over the course of a year. And you keep them small, right? You keep them small, and you keep the pressure on. You keep people engaged by being like, all right, well, if you want everything that's going to be part of the Rebellion set, right? Or we'll call it Rebellion A, B, C, and D. You would have, people that would buy in for the packs for Rebellion A, then they'd buy in the packs for Rebellion B, right? And over the course of a year, you could have consistent sales, right? Because every 4 months, there would be a spike in sales from all the hardcore people that want to go heavy on packs. And the thing is, you wouldn't need as many packs, obviously, in order to max out whatever. But it would keep the cards scarce. Stuff will go out of print right away, and the cycle would just move relatively quickly. Again, just throwing out a rough idea there. All right, Brandon, regarding the game token pumps, got to know more about tokenomics and active print liquidity for sale. Just check MetaMatch. Is this MetaMask bridge liquidity? Oh, Monster Market shows folks are bringing DEC in and sending SPS out. Yeah, I think I did see that. There's not much liquidity to bring DEC in. There was a game to market. We just didn't do it well. It's okay to state facts. Yeah, there was. Yeah, well, you know what, Tails, you're right. We did have a game. We didn't market it well. Well, here's the thing. In the depths of a bear market, people didn't want to play boring games that didn't have the ability to earn the way that they did, right? There's something even Axie and Steppen struggled with, right? And I would argue that's probably going to be the case with any game out there, even like DeFi Kingdoms. Now, DeFi Kingdoms got hacked, or like the one Harmony chain essentially went down. But I think they all would have succumbed to the same kind of pressure. So we did have a game, but it wasn't like fun, and we were getting the rewards just absolutely bled dry. All right, with sale pressure on SPS combined with no real marketing hype for SPL right now, we shouldn't see an SPS pump in the near term. Yeah, well, okay. The only thing that I could see giving SPS a pump would be what's that called? If land ends up, eating up a ton of DEC and the general sale ends up being successful. Now, I've gotten this question before. People are like, wait, the pre-sale hasn't sold out. Why do you think the general sale is going to do well? Well, because they haven't seen the ROI yet. Like, at the end of the day, everybody's emotional. Most people here are emotional. They're going to chase the ROI. They did the same thing with Chaos Legion and rode that thing all the way down, right? It's just like, oh, rental market's great right now for for Chaos Legion. Was it Rent Golem and Splex? Like, all of that came about, and people just started buying cards left and right. More cards than they needed, and now they're stuck with it, and their collection value has fallen down. So I think the same thing, or no, I shouldn't say the same exact, but a very similar thing is going to happen with Rebellion. When Rebellion actually launches and people see the Core Lurkers or the Dr. Blights or whatever of Rebellion actually doing well. Sorry, Dr. Blight's a promo, but you get what I'm saying, right? The Queen Mycelias or the top cards, the Chaos Agents, when they see all those cards doing well, and they also realize that there's not very many cards in the market or on the rental market, on the sale market, or on the rental market, they're going to start buying packs, because they're going to be like, wait, even if I don't play, let me just open a pack here, because if I can get a 50% ROI on this card because nobody else has it, I'm gonna try and rush, beat the rush. And so I think that could actually drive a lot. Just give the rewards, not soulbound in modern. I mean, it's an interesting idea, Alex, but I don't know. Then people may want to play again. I mean, people are still playing now, right? Ish. Wizards of the Coast just announced Marvel partnership. Going to be huge. Already know I'm going to buy multiple sealed boxes. Wow. That is pretty big. We have quite the uphill battle to fight. Dice is not a terrible idea. Thanks, Dice 12. After Sound, you talk about mini sets and right over the target, but the team desperately needs to find ways to keep things exciting, so they're trickling releasing every couple of months. Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, we could have a huge sale, right? All the energy that happened from this pre-sale, and granted, like, I didn't even buy, but it was exciting for me. All of that excitement can happen every 4 months instead of every 18 months or whatever it ends up being, right? Like, we could go through this. Just pull a couple of cards out. You don't need 2 promos for each pre-sale. The pre-sale doesn't need to be, crazy. I feel like they went crazy on the pre-sale because they needed to, right? But if you have regular sales and new sets rotating in and out, now I'm not saying to like come up with 150 cards every 4 months. No, I'm saying to take the entire thing and break it down. And then what ends up happening is that the meta starts to shift over time, which makes it really interesting, in my humble opinion, because it's just like, imagine getting only a portion of like Chaos Agent cards in the first go. Maybe you get like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a good synergy. Maybe you get like Uriel the Purifier in the first one, and then you get Adelaide Brightwing in like the second set, and all of a sudden just like, oh my god, I want to play Life, right? That might not be the best combination, but you get what I'm saying. Where all of a sudden, like every 4 months, we're resetting the meta. We're getting people hyped and excited. You give people more time, right, to save up in between, and you can turn all these things into events, right? People were very excited about the pre-sale, but guess what? Pre-sale hype is done now, and we're doing maybe a couple thousand packs a day, and that's fine. But we're gonna do a couple packs a day, a couple thousand packs a day, whatever it is, for the rest of the year, going into the rest of 2024. Whereas we could have these huge moments where, yeah, I don't know. I guess they're gonna try and like offset that with promo cards maybe, but promo cards are just much less accessible, and they don't change the game entirely the way that a new round of cards would be. Here's the thing. I would actually make the same argument. I might have even made the same argument with reward cards in the past, right? Don't give us all the reward cards right away. Like, do a round of reward cards for 4 months and then cut it off, and then do another round of reward cards for 4 months, cut it off. Let them be small so that people get their max copies sooner, and then we can unlock those, right? Every 4 months we can unlock, and it's just like, okay, cool. Now we're good to go. What's the next 4 months? This is going to be exciting. Great idea of mini sets and stretching out cards over months, more than just single airdrop cards. DAO proposal time. I mean, it's too late. Here's the thing, Brendan. It's too late now. I'm putting this idea out there, and I'll make a formal video for it just to kind of collect all my thoughts in one place. But this is something that I think they need to do with whatever the next major core set would be. And again, this idea, it doesn't need to be for Splinterlands. I mean, there's a lot of other cool card games that seem to be popping up, and it's like, take this idea and run with it. I think rather than doing a huge sale every 18 months to 2 years, right? Because it's been 2 years since Chaos. So instead of doing a huge sale every 2 years, take your scope down a little bit and do it every 4 months, do it every 6 months. Keep people excited, keep people engaged. You don't have to change modern format. You're just adding some new cards into the mix, right? The Rebellion set overall is still going to go 18 months because you're going to do 4, 4, 4, right? So that's a year. And then you do one more 4, and then you have about 2 months or so worth of, what's that called? Of no cards being out there. Jason says, if they found an intelligent person full-time who was well-versed in all this kind of stuff, they would be ridiculously valuable to the community. Well, look, they have a lot of really smart people on the team. What I'm proposing is probably something so outside the wheelhouse because they just never done it this way. But I really hope that they would consider it for the future. The thing is, we're stuck with Rebellion now. And again, Rebellion's going to be exciting in December. It's probably going to be exciting for a couple of weeks or a month. And then, all the combos are going to be there. And the only other exciting parts of it are going to be the conflicts that happen, which is just going to be a 1 card change over the course of the next, year, we'll call it. Yes, can we get in before Rebellion comes out? Can it be split into tranches? Well, I don't think that they're going to change this up now. I mean, it would be awesome. I wonder how people who bought packs would feel about it, because I think there's a lot of people that went super heavy on packs thinking that there was 3,400 needed to max out a set. But really, if you were to do it this way, you'd only need like 1100 to max out a set. Tales from the Cryptmancer, that was marketed as play to earn hype, and that was spread wide to other PTE versus going deep with proving game that works. Good Not Ben, what's going on? International Travel Channel. Ghostly BG says, what is this boring game people always refer to? I guess there's something wrong with SPL is anything but boring. And I'm a gamer and not an investor, so I can tell a boring game when I see one. Fair enough. I think I was being a little overly harsh. It does get repetitive sometimes, but I do like the change. I'm actually very much looking forward to the change in meta with Rebellion and the summoner tactics. Even though I hold 0 packs and I'm not planning to buy cards right away, I just think it's going to be super fun. So changing the meta more often than not, I think has a lot of value. Sage, I'm going to try an experiment. I will wait at least 6 months before I buy cards. I feel it will be similar to Chaos Legion. I think that's a good experiment to run. I don't know that I'm going to stick to 6 months, but I don't think that you're wrong in terms of it being similar to Chaos Legion. Now, that being said, I don't think the card prices are going to dump as poorly as Chaos Legion, but there's definitely going to be a hype FOMO period and a scarcity over the first couple of, I'd even say months, right? Not just weeks, but it's going to take people a while, especially because it's coming out in December. A lot of folks are spending on holidays. They're not going to really reload whatever their entertainment budgets might be until late January, February, March, and then start to go a little bit heavier on cards. Now, that could change if the Rebellion returns are super high. But keep in mind, like the Rebellion cards, like the value of Rebellion cards is just like SPS staking, it's just like LP rewards, right? At the beginning, the returns for renting them out are going to be so high because there's not many out there, right? Just like when you're staking SPS and there's only 100 million versus 1 billion, like the returns are going to be higher. Or same with the LP rewards. So that's going to take some time to like wind down and find an equilibrium. And once we get to a point where, most of the community is somewhat set, or satiated might be a better way to put it. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. I got to text someone back. Okay. All right, so if the team could get the soccer game going with real users, no idea why I don't see any co-branding or promotion of the game to millions of fans. I thought those fans would be perfect for SPL. Well, you can't promote a game that doesn't exist. State of Survival. They actually need to get it done and get it out. Selling Rebellion pack for $3.14. Go buy at lowest price. Jason Jenkins, doubt we can implement Aftersound's idea on Rebellion. The set is already in final production and rollout, but we should sow seeds for future sets. Yeah, that's what my thought is. All right, I like playing Golem more than Splinterlands right now. There's nothing to do in Golem Overlord. I mean, I still play it, but sure, TCGs get repetitive. That's why new card sets are needed. New modes would definitely help as well. I'd be down for some new modes. What is there to play with Golem? Log in, bum rush battles, collect before getting attacked, get an NFT reward, and activate chosen items. Dude, I don't even do any of that. I don't even battle anymore. I literally just go in and collect and then upgrade my fortification. I haven't spent very much time in there at all. And again, that's no hate to the game. I just haven't been able to focus on it as much. We were just talking about something that I wanted to take a look at. Was it new game modes? No, now I'm lost. Oh, whatever. Hopefully it comes back to me. It's great to see Hive pumping, 34 cents, looking pretty sexy. Oh, Bitcoin's flirting with 35. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Dude, even Gala's up 12%. Look at that thing go. And the founders are suing each other. Our founders are not even suing each other. Wow, we really slowed down on the DEC burning. Market activity must be very low then, right? Would be my guess. 14,000 sales or 14,000 in sales over the last 24 hours. Actually, that kind of seems in line. Dai says some tower defense would sure spice gameplay up. Oh well. Yeah. Let's not talk about tower defense. I'm hearing, actually never mind. I'm just not gonna say anything. I don't know what's gonna come out, but everything that I've heard so far from like Matt and whatever, it's just I don't think that this is gonna happen anytime soon. So I have a good amount of packs, and I'll be honest, I may choose to offload them soon. Because I was trying to calculate this ROI yesterday. I'm like, all right, I have my packs, my nightmare packs. They're getting me roughly like 0.08 SPS per day. And I was trying to think to myself, like, all right, what's the return that I would expect on the nightmare packs now from an investment standpoint, right? Because there's no game, and there won't be a game for any foreseeable future. So holding the packs to me has no value from a game perspective. When the game actually comes out, sure, I'll buy some packs. But and if I have to pay a premium on that, then maybe I will. But at this point, it's just like if I can take whatever the value they'll give me and run and throw that into an LP or something, for example, right? Or even into SPS staking, can that get me more value per dollar than holding these packs right now? So that's the math that I started doing last night. I didn't finish. But I'll just become really bearish on Soulkeep. I think my guess is that it's at least 3 months away. I know Matt said he wants to get it out by the end of the year, but there's no way that it leapfrogs land. And I don't think we've gotten really any indication that land is going to be ready in November outside of them saying that it's going to be ready. I know that the Mav server, people are saying that it looks much better on the Mav server, but keep in mind, the reason I'm being very, I don't want to say bearish. I'm just trying to be really realistic on this, right? Very practical. I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm being very cautious about land. Next week is October 31st, right? Sorry, the Tuesday is going to be October 31st. That's the last week of October. We know it's not coming out then, right? So, in my opinion, that leaves 2 weeks in November that it could come out, the 7th or the 14th. I know Matt said maybe it'll come out after Thanksgiving. That could be the 28th. I don't know. Maybe it does. Like, that's literally the week before Rebellion. But my thought process is they're going to have so much going on with Rebellion anyway, right? They got to get that stuff on the Mav server and all that. If it does not come out on the 7th or 14th, I think it gets pushed to 2024. And Darkest Night's just going to come on stream and laugh. Like, I know there's like a bunch of weeks in December, right? There's the 12th and the 19th. But actually, it's not even the 12th and the 19th. It's like, ugh. You don't want to do it the week after Rebellion. I mean, maybe you can. And if you do it 2 weeks after Rebellion, like the 19th, that's like, less than a week before Christmas. I think people are going to be off for vacation. And I don't know. They have a very small window. But basically what I'm trying to say is they have a very small window. It needs to happen on the 7th or the 14th, and that's within 3 weeks. So my question to you guys, because I haven't been on the Mav server for land in, I don't even remember when I went in last. Maybe when I made that video. But for anybody who's been in there, does it look like it's playable or will be playable in 3 weeks? Or are there still a lot of bugs that would need some time to be fixed? So Wise Gallop, you would think Web3 games go up and down together, or maybe I'm just assuming. Well, Gala's a top project. Also, I mean, I've said this before. Splinterlands is completely decoupled from the market, right? So we went up in July when Bitcoin wasn't doing anything, but unfortunately, the flip side of that exists too, right? Now Bitcoin is enjoying a run. The rest of the market is following, but SPS isn't going to follow. Like, why would you buy SPS right now? That's the big question. So, State of Survival or anybody here, why are you not buying SPS right now? And I'll tell you, I'm not buying any SPS because I get too much of it for holding assets within the game or investing in LPs or whatever the case is. So I'm a net seller of SPS. I do not buy. I sell my SPS regularly for some delicious ice cream. And so the only way at this point that you're going to get me to stop selling SPS at the very least is by giving me a reason to use it. So I have enough SPS staked for my gameplay, for my ranked play. I don't have enough SPS stake to be competitive in tower defense. I was hoping that would hit in 2024 or 2023. Doesn't look like it. The other thing is I would need a bunch for land, potentially DEC. So I could either go out and buy the DEC, or since we're close to PEG, I may stop selling my SPS and just burn it for DEC. And again, I'm using myself as like a proxy for like everybody that has more SPS than they need, and they're getting more SPS than they need. And I would say that there's a good amount of people, I mean, a majority of people in, you know, in terms of like top holders. So, yeah, like the only people who would be buying SPS right now would be new players. And I don't know how many new players were coming in that are willing to take a leap and have their buy pressure outweigh the sell pressure that's happening regularly. December is a dead month. All Xmas parties by the 14th. No one's working. Okay, so there you go. If land doesn't come out by November 14th, 2023, it is coming out in 2024. I think we can all safely make that assumption. But you know what? I got to say this. I want to give the team credit. Last year, remember they were talking about land coming up by the end of the year, and then they changed the scope from, you know, land 1.0 to land 0.5. PJ, Farpachard, those guys were all working really hard late into December to get us land and to get us Rooney. So I know Matt is on this whole, like, you know, work-life balance thing, which again, I'm not trying to hate on. I don't mean to say that in a bad way. I want the people on the team. I know the people on the team. I don't want them to burn out. I know that Matt is, you know, really focusing on the work-life balance aspect of it. But I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks just kind of take it upon themselves. I mean, Farp has been killing it lately, right? I know that he's like in there day in, day out trying to squash all these bugs. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do something even late into December. So while we can make that claim, I think that the Splinterlands team has actually shown quite a bit of resolve in the past to get stuff out. But it's just gonna be a dicey time, right? It's just gonna be a dicey time. I mean, it'll be an exciting time because Rebellion will be here, and I think Rebellion's gonna keep us entertained for. Like here, if I was Matt and I was looking at things and I'm just like, all right, people are off for the holidays and I'm not even focused as the CEO. Sorry, I'm not trying to say that to Matt. I'm just like, if I was Matt and I was like, you know, I'm in party mode or holiday mode, all my employees are in holiday mode. Rebellion comes out December 5th. I think the community is going to be satisfied with that for a month. I wouldn't try to push land 2 weeks afterwards, 6 days before Christmas. I would say, go enjoy your time off. You guys have been working hard. Make sure it's ready to go January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever that first Tuesday is. And we'll start 2024 off with a bang, right? January 2nd. That's what I would say if I was managing the team and it came to that. But yeah. Back over 35K Bitcoin. Let's freaking go. What's up, Level Up Live? Good to see you here, man. Always happy to see Bitcoin doing well. March, April is when I think tower defense arrives at the earliest. I'm just going to hold and acquire more at 1.3 per pack range. Fair enough. My SPS plan is to wait until it gets super low, then buy 1.2 million and get max rewards. Interesting. Okay, so state of survival. You're waiting for SPS to get low. What's low? I mean, how much lower are you expecting it to go? When do you pull that trigger on the 1.2 million SPS? So SPS has lost all value because of you after sound. I've not sold a single token. I've earned this again. Look at this diamond hands. Let's go, Ghostly BG. Yeah, I'm the seller. So I calculated I need 48 nodes for 3 years to get the same result. Yo, that's a lot of nodes right there. I still need a lot more SPS for 100% at diamond and or tower defense. Yeah, I mean, I probably let me put it this way, because I'm not trying to be in like the diamond level of whatever tower defense is. So I might actually already have enough to play like diamond, gold, gold, diamond for me in the trading card game, and then just put whatever extra over to the other side. Soul keep. But here's the thing, my stack's gonna grow. You're talking about maybe it doesn't come out until March, right? April, March, isn't that what you said, Dice? Yeah, so what? That's another 6 months? 6 months of me accumulating SPS? Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm never gonna buy it. I'll just accumulate it for 6 months. All right, so Status Survival. To be frank, I don't care when land comes out. It needs to be done well. If they release it and it turns out to be garbage, people will leave. Oh man, people have left already. I don't think they'll leave if land is out and it's garbage. We already know that it's MVP. My trigger is a half cent or lower. Whoa. Okay, now I got one pack for sale at 3.16 lowest price. Nice. VT Macro. I need to buy another 10,000 SPS for playing in gold. How much do you have right now, VT Macro? All right, let's get back to this. We'll see. We're 35K. Ooh, wonderful. ETH is back over 18. Damn, I had the thought to buy more at 1750 last night, and then I didn't. Fun story, I know. Blockchain projects. When do you think Aggie will show in GLS? I don't know, man. I just hope he's all right. Yeah. I'll put it this way though. Like I think Aggie's cool. I think, you know, I don't have anything against him. I know that there's a lot of animosity there, and I don't agree with all the things that Aggie did necessarily. A lot of the hype, FOMO, whatever. But I will say this: I'm incredibly disappointed with the lack of communication that he's had, both in the Splinterland side as well as the GLS side. I mean, even like more so the GLS side. The Splinterland side would have been a nice courtesy, but the GLS side, I was really hoping that he'd be more involved there, or at least be talking. I know he's come out and said he's got something going on, so I'm trying to reserve judgment on anything, because like I said, I just hope he's doing okay. But regardless, I mean, he's CEO, and he's put the pattern of like a high level of communication, like that pattern of behavior. So for him to kind of go like MIA, it means there must be something serious, which again, I hope he's okay, and I hope that's not the case. But even still, well, no, I don't want to say that. If it's something super serious, like I said, I hope it's okay. We'll never really know unless he tells us. But I just have to say, like, you know, objectively speaking, it sucks, and it's a little disappointing, because that, you know, this project had so much promise to me, right? GLX, but this thing's pretty much dead, like dead on arrival. Like they missed the entire season, and now they're talking about a pack sale next year, right? Early next year. Like, come on, get the hell out of here. Like, no freaking chance. The only reason I haven't sold whatever I have in there is because it's not worth much. Like, what am I gonna do with, like, I don't even know how much value it is. So the only reason I'm still sticking around is because it's not worthwhile for me to take it out and put it somewhere else. But I don't really have as high hopes as I did for this project, because I mean, I don't know. We have to see. Now, granted, I'm being extra bearish. I got my Papa Bear cup here today, right? I'm being extra bearish on it because, once again, I'm very much in a state when it comes to Splinterlands, GLS, whatever you want to call it. It's a show me, right? Show me state is what it is. You need to show that you can deliver, right? Splinterlands has still not delivered anything, and not anything that they promised. There's no land, there's no soul keep, there's no guild stuff. They were able to put together a sale page quickly, which is fantastic, right? But We still don't have Rebellion yet. So what their first test, well, actually, no, it might be their second test. If they actually get land in November, their second test will actually be delivering all of the stuff that they promised for the Rebellion presale on December 5th, right? So if we just take land out of the equation, I'm excited about Summoner Tactics. You've made me excited about Summoner Tactics. You've made me excited about dual element summoners. All that stuff sounds awesome. Let's get it on December 5th. On the other side, yeah, I mean, GLS, show me something. Here's the thing. I actually like the game. The game is still fun for me, right? It's very simple. It's very whatever. But if you could earn from it, and if there was a nice little competitive ladder that you could climb, and I could send challenge matches to all of you guys right now, and we could and we could run, even informal tournaments. Yeah, stuff like that would be fun. I mean, I'm all for it. It's just show me. The beta came out in July. They do office hours every week, which I don't attend, but I try to read through anyway. And yeah, there's no date on the game. The last time they gave a date on the game, Chatter was still on the team. It was in August, and somebody asked if the GLG game was going to be out before the end of the season, right? And I don't know when the end of the season is. I think the MLS season is actually already over or coming. I think it ends in actually, you know what? MLS season. I think it ends in October. Oh, it ended October 21st. So the season is already done. But somebody asked him if it was going to come out before the end of the season. This was in August, and he said well before that. So when I heard well before that, I was like, oh, well before maybe equals 1 month. So maybe we'll get it in September. So here we are. Obviously, they went through some downsizing and whatever in September, but we're at the end of October, and there's no date yet. It's just we're working on it. All right. So here's another one where I don't know, man. I don't know. I get everybody's frustration. It sucks. But now you understand. I hope this is people can understand why someone like Darkest Night left, because it's just there's other games out there that are super fun. Tails is making Ella and for all these other things. Like and here's the biggest justification why. I'm gonna show it to you again. I'm gonna shove it in all your faces. Look at this sea of green. Look at the sea of green. For all of these different, actually, this is not games, but you get my point. Look at this sea of green for all of these top gaming coins that pump with the rest of the market. It's phenomenal. It's great. And I can't wait. I literally cannot wait for the next bull run. Again, I'm going to be around for the Splinterlands ride. But man, all these other tokens, all these other kind of ecosystems that I'm like tangentially a part of or exploring, hey man, they're all feeling the Bitcoin energy right now, and they're all making a run for it. So, my biggest fear, said this before, is that Splinterlands is going to be an old token and not the shiny new thing in the next bull run. Now, that being said, the game will still be fun, guys. The game will still be fun, and there'll still be a lot of things that we can do. The team's going to develop stuff, but here's the problem. Here's the harsh truth of it all. And this is why my perspective is the way that it is, because I've completely separated out the investor side from the gaming side. I like the game. I'm excited for what Splinterlands can do in terms of, adding more to the gameplay, changing the meta, summoner tactics, new guild modes, new game modes, all these different things. I'm excited for that. But I got to be honest, I don't think, like, all you people here thinking that the asset prices are going to recover and that you're going to get rich from this game. No, I don't see it. All right. I just don't see it. It's going to be fun, and I'm going to stick around because I actually like the game, unlike some other people, right? I actually like the game, and I really hope that they can add more game modes and new tournament modes and things like that. But am I expecting SPS to like make new all-time highs? No, dude, not at all. SPS is the freaking IOTA or the stellar lumens of 2017. And if you don't know what that is, go look it up and see how those tokens did in 2021. That's all it is. It's the it's an old project that, as long as it can sustain itself, Matt running it as conservatively as possible, it's going to be great. But it's never going to achieve glory the same way that it did in 2021, and that's fine. That's fine if you can accept that. I've accepted it. If you can accept it, that this is just going to be a fun game with a small community that we play over time, and the team makes barely enough to go year by year by getting more projects or more sets out, adding new game modes over time, that's great. But for anybody who thinks that this game is going to make you a millionaire, that's speculation, right? And again, it's all speculation, right? But I would make the argument that if you're speculating that Splinterlands is going to make a bigger return and a bigger splash than something like what's that called? The Prime game, right? Geez, I can't remember now. Parallel. If you're thinking that it's going to make a bigger splash than that, a bigger return, I think you're wrong. People like shiny, brand new. So once again, separate out the gamer side and separate out the investor side. That would be the only financial advice that I would give you. Don't be emotionally attached to a game thinking that it's going to make you, make you rich, just because you like it or just because there's a cool community around it. No, I think Splinterlands is going to be awesome. I think I'm no longer worried about the runway. I'm not worried about anything. I think everything's going to be fine, but I don't think SPS is ever going to go to $1, right? It would be awesome. I want to be wrong, but just, if you're asking me honestly, I just don't think that's going to be the case. If you want to make money, there's other ways to make money. Okay, rant over. Sorry, I went way too deep on that. But now you know where my head's at. About 25,000 now. Nice. You hope he's all right too. Ghosty Beach says, yeah, I think Ag should have written at least a few farewell lines to the community. Disappearing like that is not a great look. Yep. So with the Splinterlands side, I would have. I think I've said this before. I would have appreciated guys, it's been fun being your CEO. You're in good hands right now. I'm going to go over and try to kick butt in the GLS side. Come over there and let's have fun. I mean, even that, it's like 3 sentences. GLX might be the contrarian trait of our ecosystem. Well, again, I'm hedging my bets, right? Blockchain. So I'm holding my assets there. In 16 days, I will no longer get GLX for free just for holding it, or for holding SPS like that. Actually, the SPS airdrop, the GLX airdrop for SPS holders, that finished yesterday. So that's done now. Everyone should leave Splinterlands. I'll stay and build my stack. Let's go. I made my investment back on GLX, so I'm good there. Also, the whole gene pool thing really killed the game's potential right out of the gate. No, guys, come on. No. This is incorrect, Dice. You know I love you, but I'm going to call you out if this is incorrect. The gene pool thing did not kill the game. The game not being a game killed the game. Let's call a spade here. Yeah, you might not have agreed with what Gene Pool did. Again, I have nothing against Gene Pool. Should he have done it? Shouldn't he have done it? Doesn't matter to me, right? It's an open and free market. So I'm not going to sit here and judge someone for however they try to manipulate the system. I said this to Gene Pool because I talked to him afterwards. He was getting a lot of hate. Here's the only thing I said to Gene Pool. I said, the only thing you did wrong is you didn't do it anonymously. Because if you had just done it as an anonymous whale, nobody would have cared, right? Like, that's just what happens. Whale games, whale manipulations, it literally happens in every project, okay? So Gene Pool did not kill the game because there was no game to kill. The game not being ready is what killed the game. We were told to be ready in April or whatever by the beginning of the season. So, you can blame Gene Pool all you want. I'm sure a lot of people left because of that, but they didn't have a reason to stay. They never had a reason to stay because there was no freaking game. Splinterlands will be a second, third coin cycle. I'll take 20 cents any day. Yeah, see, okay, so Charles, you get it, right? See, I'm not trying to be bearish here. I'm still hopeful that Splinterlands can hit 20 cents, and 20 cents would be very close to our previous all-time high from a market cap perspective, because we've 5x the amount of tokens out there. So I mean, again, I'm not sitting here thinking that we're going to hit $1. I mean, if it happens, I won't be sad. And I know that Matt obviously wants to make that happen for a lot of different reasons. So if he can be successful, I'm still going to be making content here and cheering him on. I just don't have that expectation. I'll take 10, 15, 20 cents. that would get us back to our former glory in terms of like from a market cap perspective. Cosmos is asking, did Darkest Night leave SPL? No, not yet. I mean, he's like right there. So, and here, like, I can't wait for him to actually come on and talk about it more. But I've said this previously. Like, for him, this was always a game. Like, I know people look at it and it's just like, yeah, he spent a lot of money in the game, blah, blah, blah. But that's because he always treated it as a game. So it worries me because they lost a gamer. They lost somebody who spent more than they extracted from the game. Right. And that had nothing to do with tokenomics. That had nothing to do with, asset prices and all that. That is an after effect. Where they lost him is they stopped delivering fun experiences, right? They kept making promises that they couldn't keep. And so after that disappointment, right? Dude, he bought so much land. So many Rooney. He had all his DEC saved up because he just wanted to play land in June. That's it. All right. And so they lost him because they couldn't deliver on that. And now he's backwards rationalizing why he's selling off of his assets. Because he looks back and he's just like, man, my card collection was worth something back in the day. I wish I could have sold that for Bitcoin. My SPS was worth way more back in the day. I wish I could have sold that for Bitcoin. Now it's an emotional reaction, in my opinion. And Darkest Night, if you ever watch this, please feel free to correct me. It's an emotional decision that's not based on the investment side. It's an emotional decision because the game is no longer fun for him, and the game and the team has let him down. And so therefore he's going to go on and find other new fun games to throw his money at, of which he has a good amount, right? So, that's I think he'll be a net positive for any game he decides to go to and play. Now, he hasn't sold everything here because, he hasn't sold everything here. I don't know if it's been conversations with me or if he's just still feeling a little potential, that it'll happen. But what I told him yesterday is I was like, I'm not going to be the person that tells you to sell, right? I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be the person that tells you to stay, right? You've already sold half of your SPS. It's like 150,000 he's sold already. So it's like, if SPS drops down to a penny or below a penny, like I don't want to be that guy that told you to stay because of that, right? But at the same time, if SPS does go to like 20 cents, 50 cents, $1, right? I would hate for you to be the what's that called? Like, to look at me and be like, oh man, I wish I had stayed. And then he immediately responded to me and he's like, nope, that's not going to happen. And he's like, because if that does happen, if SPS does go to $1, I would have bought in at 5 cents because I'm still friends with you. And you would have told me that things are starting to take off. But right now, nothing's happening. There's nothing going on in the game. I would rather sell my assets for Bitcoin, which he did. So he sold his 150,000 SPS for Bitcoin when SPS was at close to 1.5, sold it for Bitcoin, which is at 27. And I can't blame the man. I can't, like, he calls me every day super happy about that decision. So we know the game has gotten to the next level when somebody buys a Max Shinlo. If Shinlo doesn't sell, we better just play with the cards and don't invest. Yeah. Icy Flow, what's up, man? Vote for Clayboyne. Is that in the thing already? Oh, it's proposals. No, it's not here. Did they make a change to that? Did they make a change to that thing? Icy Flow? I'm curious. I watched the interview with Weirdbeard and Clayboyne and Gank, but I have not been paying much attention to what's going on in Mav chat. I just see people still arguing about it. Mr. Seheya. Hey, new name here. Okay, gotta ask you, are you new to the game? Are you new to the channel? Or are you just new to chatting on the live stream? But welcome. Wouldn't it have been better to focus solely on Splinterlands? Were the efforts on GLX and tower defense necessary? Well, I think that's the question that was answered with the separation of companies and Aggie getting removed over to GLS. So now it seems like Matt is just going to focus solely on Splinterlands. But he does have this Soul Keep tower defense thing hanging over him, which sucks. What did Gene Pool do? Ghost BG says an Oracle attack. I mean, I think Gene Pool just played the market. He played the market well in a situation where there wasn't much liquidity. So I've been thinking 27 cents is going to be the new high coming up. That's not a new all-time high, but it is a high. What's up, GFI Gaming? Greetings, Merlin Matrix. Good to see you. 10 to 15 cents would officially put me in the green, so let's go. Let's do it. Hey, what's up, DJ? Icy Flow says, not yet. I don't think they should keep it as is. So what do you want them to change it to? They should keep the proposal as is. Oh, all right. You literally wrote the opposite. I don't think. So I'm assuming that you don't want Weirdbeard on there. You just want Clayboy. You know what's funny? Like at this point, this is probably not a good look for me, but I can't help it. I just try to be honest with you guys. Like, I know there's just so much drama. There's so much conversation around Weirdbeard and Clayboy and how much money and what work they're gonna do and blah blah blah, all this. I don't care. I actually I just don't. Like, it doesn't matter who's there or not. It doesn't matter if the proposal passes or not. I'm voting for it because I believe that Clayboy can be a net positive. Let me put it this way, right? I do think that the game is at a critical moment, and not from a survival standpoint, right? I've already told you that I'm not worried about the runway of the team. I think they're going to be fine, right? And we're going to get a cool game that's just going to be slowly, incrementally added on to over the next 18 months. But I am not I think we're in a critical moment for the game to be relevant in an upcoming, or in hopefully the upcoming, bull run. And I do believe that you're seeing the first impacts of this with Bitcoin running up to 35K, all the gaming coins following it, and SPS not doing anything. Now, I'm actually not too worried about this, right? It's funny to laugh at just because, I mean, why wouldn't you laugh at it at this point? But here's the thing. The momentum's building for the rest of the market. We don't need to follow the rest of the market now, okay? And I'll tell you why. We don't need to follow the rest of the market now because we're completely decoupled from it. What Splinterlands needs to do, and I think would actually be more effective for it, let this market pump happen, right? I don't know. Bitcoin maybe gets to 40s, maybe 45, whatever it is, right? Before there's a pull out back and a cool down, or whatever the case is, before the halving next year. What we need is, when that cool down happens and you look at the 24-hour or the 7-day and it's actually red, right? Bitcoin pumps to like 45, but then it drops down to like 40. When everything's red, that's when I hope we get the crazy flywheel action, right? From land, from Rebellion General Sale. And I think that could happen this year, because then at that point, we have our Axie moment where everything is red in the market, but Axie comes out and is leading the charge with gaming. So there's an opportunity there for us. We don't have to follow the market right now. I know it hurts, guys, and we're laughing about it here, but it hurts our soul deep down. But I personally don't think it matters, as long as Splinterlands can stick the landing on land, pun intended, as well as the Rebellion sale, general sale in December. Okay. I've changed my stance on the Splinter Royale proposal with the changes made. Ooh. Yeah, I think I saw something on... actually, I think I saw something from you on Twitter, DJ. They increased it like 50% revenue share, right? Reboot can be a second proposal. All right, I see flow. I'm good with that. So right now, Rift Watchers packs worth... Oh, sorry. Okay, so to put the capper on this, on the Weirdbeard Clayboy thing, because I said that I don't care, right? And again, it's like whatever happens, I don't even care. The reason I'm looking at this and saying, all right, if Clayboy wants X amount of money and it's just a small percentage, as Matt said, right, 4% of the non-Splinterlands held assets, then let's just do it. Let's just do it and see what happens. Like, Clayboy is one of the people who is actually really passionate about this community. And I understand Matt's argument now of like, you just want people that want to come in and build, where it's not about the money and it's not about having tasks. It's about them doing whatever they can to protect their assets in the game, right? Which is kind of what I do here with the channel, right? Why I'm so active is because I do have a lot of assets in the game. I want to keep you guys engaged. I want to bring new players in, new potential players in, right? So part of it is just protecting my bags. I think Clayboy could be a huge net positive if you put him in a position where he can actually make the DAO into a credible force for good, rather than it just sitting there as this gigantic piggy bank that nobody wants to dip into for anything. So I'm all for it. Let Clearbeard. Clearedbeard. That's a new one. Let Clayboy come in, do his thing. If we can find a way where Weirdbeard makes sense, I'm all for it too. I think Weirdbeard is a net positive for the community as well. So right now, Riftwatcher packs worth roughly equal to Rebellion Second Market. Which do you prefer? Right now, probably Riftwatchers. Those are going out of print soon, so Rebellion's going to be on the store for a while. All right, so when you said, you know what, I knew you were going to drop a golden nugget. I listened to George Carl and Frankie Boyle, so I have a similar mindset. Game needs to wait for true altcoin run, then dump. Cool. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it'd be great if we had our Axie moment. Here's the thing. I know I hate on Splinterlands for not being the new shiny thing, but the new shiny thing only happens when it's like correlated with the rest of the market. What Axie did in 2021 was not the new shiny thing. They'd actually been around for a while, right? But they were able to create enough value within their ecosystem that they pumped like crazy, and then everybody started speculating on the rest of the metaverse and gaming side. So I do believe in the fundamental tokenomics. Oh, look at that. Dark Sign's calling me right now. Let me call him back. I do believe in the fundamental tokenomics. I think the flywheel can happen, and I don't think we need to get crazy with it either, right? Although what I want is for things to get crazy. I'm just saying that, SPS is what, 1 cent right now, 1.3, 1.4. I'm just saying on a red week, if SPS were to jump from 1.4 cents to 14 cents, right? Because Land came out and then Rebellion came out, and we burned a crap ton of SPS in order to get more DEC to jump into those cool projects, or to jump into those cool aspects of the game. Then I genuinely think that we could be that red in a sea of green, 1,000% gain, and everyone's just like, hey, what's Splinterlands? Oh, this game's been around for a while, and oh, they just launched their new set, and they got Land out, monkey off their back. Yeah, let me go check it out. That'll be the best marketing. The DAO is the future of the game. This is very important to me. Fair enough, Iceflow, I'm already voting for it. So, if turns out we have only 1.3 million Riftwatcher packs, I would pick Riftwatchers. Yeah, Riftwatchers is going to be very, very scarce. Jason Jenkins, let's freaking go. iHorse, man, iHorse, I see you in the comments all the time, but we've never actually had a chance to chat on the live stream. So thanks for being here. SPS still isn't rising and BTC pumped a lot. Not a good sign. Just saying it's worse than that. It's bad. Yeah, well, I mean, again, SPS is only going to go up when you give people a reason to buy it. They gave people a reason to buy it in July, and they gave people a reason to buy it in September of 2022. They even gave people a reason to buy it, maybe you can say in like March of 2023, earlier this year for Vruz. But those are the only times we've seen SPS go up. We haven't seen SPS go up outside of that. Donkeep, I want to ride the storms of Splinterlands. If it sinks, I want to be with the captain. All right, so Charles says, I think a lot of people forget what put Splinterlands on the map was when Crypt Banter and his team was talking about Splinterlands for a month in 2020. Interesting. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I discovered Splinterlands without ever seeing that. I discovered it simply by just trying to look at new games that were out in the marketplace. I don't think I didn't see it on any specific video or anything. I discovered it just by checking it out. Wow, back in August of 2021. Now, after I checked it out, and after I'd realized that there was a stupid like 300% return on holding DEC for the airdrop, that's when I went out to seek content creators, and I found Dwayne and I found Bulldog. So iHorus, Bitcoin went from 16K to 35K and just all lost. Can we explain that? At this time, we want to be in sync with BTC. This game is failing. Then yes. Currently, compared to Bitcoin, the game is failing. This is can't get away from that. All right. So yes, they made it 50-50 for us to recoup the DAO 50K. Now I think we take a chance with it. Matt trust the developer. Yeah. Again, I mean, I was for it even when it was 15%. So if they upped it to 50-50, let's go, man. And I heard the game is fun too. I tried playing it yesterday, but I don't think this computer can handle it. So we'll see if I can try it. I should try it on the other computer and see what happens. SPS has net sellers more than net buyers, says Brandon. Simple. Until that changes, SPS token remains independent from broader market. So, okay, key point. It's simple, right? As you said, Brandon. But I'm curious to know, when does that happen? When do we get more net buyers? Actually, here's a good question for you. And for anybody that wants to answer, when does Splinterlands get more net SPS buyers without having to have like, a million people, the mainstream media come in and check out the game? Is there a sustainable way in which SPS starts to go up over time with just a small player base? I mean, I think it's possible, but it's very slow. But man, even 1,000 new players coming to check out the game will be interesting. In fact, hold on, I just want to run a little experiment here. So let's say you had 1,000 players coming in and they wanted to play. 1,000 players coming in times 10,000 if they wanted to play in silver. So buying 10 million SPS right now. If they were to buy 10 million SPS, and I think swap.hive. No, actually, I don't know what the biggest pool is. All right, swap.hive is. So if you wanted to buy 10 million, 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, check that out. 50% pump. We'd be over 2 cents. So guys, can we get 10,000? Sorry, can we get 1,000 people to come in and start playing in silver? For a game that has not pulled anybody in for the last 18 months? We are having roughly 6 spellbook purchases a day. Yeah. It's not going to happen at that rate. iHorse, did you say it's not about money? WTF, come on, man. They have drained us all of our money and promises that never fulfilled. Why would we trust them now? 3 projects failing. What did I say? It's not about money. Oh, if you're talking about my relationship with the game, my relationship with the game is no longer about money. I mean, it is, but from the game perspective, it's not. The thing is, I'm still holding a bunch of assets, right? So for example, nodes. I don't want to have this many nodes. Like, it's nice now, but I FOMO'd into nodes. I can admit that. You guys actually saw me do it on stream. Splinter Forge and Overlord black holes of money. Oh. Black holes of money. What in the world is going on with you? You used to just see the numbers. Now it's faith. Dude, you need to pick a lane. I don't know where I've deviated from this, iHorse. I like the game as a game. My investment stuff is my investment stuff. SPS is a joke. Now I'm mad. Aggro was lying to us. There won't be enough, he says. Bro, there is enough and nothing sells out. Aggro is a liar, 100%. And I'm salty because SPS is not rising. I feel lied to, so not happy. Love you after dark, especially when I'm salty. Oh, look, man, I love you too. I understand, man. I understand the frustration. I'm there with you. I don't necessarily agree with everything in your analysis. But here's the problem though. Like, this is supposed to be a game, right? So what you want is for people to be spending money on it without any expectation of return. If anything, I would say that the value as a game that Splinterlands has is the ability to own your assets and sell them afterwards, right? In a way that you can't do with a Fortnite or Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering, where you just pay for skins and pay for stuff in game, and then it's gone, right? It's a black hole. So, Matt even alluded to this in one of the recent town halls or town squares, that the game just became like it attracted too many people that were very much focused on ROI, which I understand where he's coming from, but also it's like that put the game on the map. If there was never a high ROI, people wouldn't have come here. So I know he says that, and he might even mean it genuinely, but I think it's a little off perspective of like what's actually going to happen. Because what's he trying to do? At the end of the day, he wants to raise the value of assets, right? So this does come back to being an ROI play. And maybe you attract people that aren't chasing 300% ROI, but just it's like, hey, if I play Splinterlands and my assets go up 10% a year, that's better than buying real estate, right? And I get to play a game and it's fun and there's a cool community. But yeah, I mean, why are we all here? We want to see that 300% game. Jason says, "Oh, you always give me a laugh because you're really honest and accurate insights." In Dwayne's comment section, always a pleasure. Yeah, Horace, I love your passion, man. I hope we can get SPS to a better place. So those who worry about BTC pumping and SPS not should know it often takes BTC price to stabilize before nothing happens with small alts. Also having still 6 months away. So vlogging, here's the thing though. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this chart. Here's gaming tokens. They're all pumping. They're all green, multiple double figures, some of them. And where's Splinterlands? SPS is down here. SPS is down 0.5% on the week. We are the number 1,055 project. So if I start to go even lower than that, you still see some other games pumping. I don't know what Rainy is. Looks like a unicorn. That's up 26%. Cap Games up 13%. Let me see if there's anything I know here. I know there was the Dot Moves. Yeah, so Dot Moves. This is like some kind of move to earn type of game that I was messing around with 2021. This is up 16%. Exceed Me. I remember this from 2021. This is up 30%. Let's go to page 2. Man, 27%, 16%. My DeFi pet, dude, check this out. This is Animoca Brands backed from 2021 as well. My DeFi pet, this thing is up 16%. $18, $17. I don't know a lot of these other ones. The Three Kingdoms, 29. So I get what you're trying to say. I just think it's wrong. Respectfully disagree, I'll say. No, actually, no, I don't respectfully disagree. Sorry. Everything's respectful. Let me not preface it like that. My whole point is that yes, usually alts start to pump afterwards. So not following Bitcoin, I can understand where you're coming from saying that. You shouldn't worry. But the fact is that a lot of alts are following Bitcoin right now. The whole market is pumping. And we're just not following it. Icy Flow says cut the SPS minting in half. Yeah, that could be interesting. Again, I'm not opposed to like going down this rabbit hole, Icy Flow. I know you've been talking about it in terms of like doing a SPS halving cycle. I know Nerd Cthulhu has also talked about like just reducing the emissions completely. But okay, so the problem that I have with this, sorry, I shouldn't frame it as a problem. My counter argument, and I'd be curious to see your response to this, Icy Flow, is there's already too much in the system. If you slow down emissions now, it's not going to do anything to raise the price because the demand isn't there. Yeah, sure, you're cutting supply off and you're cutting supply in half, but we're already oversupplied. So that doesn't fix the demand problem. All that happens is you get a lot of people frustrated because now they're earning half of what they used to in the game. They get fed up and they leave. So DJ says, hang in there. Horus. It's been a rough ride for all of us. We need to focus. We now need to focus on what we do well and push that. We also need land to be a home run. Agreed. So vlogging, gaming, totally. That's why BTC Dominance is a thing, and altcoin season comes after Bitcoin. So Brandon, to answer your question, I don't see a near-term catalyst changing SPS demand internally or externally. Damn. Thank you for keeping it real, Brandon. All right, guys, time to go check out some other games. I appreciate you guys. It's been a rough ride for all of us here. We are still here. I will lose all my money before I sell my... No, don't say that. Sell your cards if you're going to lose all your money. I'm all in. Otherwise, I wouldn't care. How much does a node give to you daily? It's like 22 SPS and 4 vouchers, I think. Yeah, 4 vouchers and 22.2 SPS per day. Just have SPS rise, so now we can all take a deep breath and know our path is correct. It all depends on time perspective. Sold $750 beta gold foil legendary cost basis. Acquired pre-SPS when SPS was confirmed. So I don't know how Yaba's running it now. Interesting. Okay. These beta gold foil sales happened within the last 48 hours. Assets are changing hands, so that's good. Appreciate your attitude. Thank you for not hating me. You're a good guy. No, man. I don't hate anybody here. Right? Like, I might strongly disagree with you, but no, I don't think we're hating anybody here. All right. So speaking of selling stuff, still selling my spare Rooney for 700,000 DEC. Are anybody interested in a spare Rooney? There you go. 700,000 DEC. We need a whale to buy SPS. Let's manifest that. All right, those game coins are coming because of their trading pairs. SPS doesn't have much exposure outside of Hive. Ah, that's a good point too, Icy Flow. But I'm going to check the 3 kingdoms. I've never even heard about this. You know what though? Look at it. This, the only trading pair it has is USDT. Oh wait, let's see. No, dude, the only thing it has is USDT. Why is it pumping so much? Dude, look at this 24-hour volume. This is higher than DEC volume. And we do have exposure. SPS is paired with ETH. It's just nobody on Ethereum wants SPS. Maybe Aggie will buy Rooney. He bought 100 of them at launch. That's hilarious. DJ says, I love the idea of exploring SPS halving. Yeah, again, I think the idea is interesting. I just think if you implement it now, there's too much because SPS is not like Bitcoin. Like that, the Bitcoin halving works because there are people out there, enough people out there that don't have enough Bitcoin, that realize you will never have enough Bitcoin, and they truly, genuinely believe that. I'm one of them. So they will always be buying Bitcoin. Now show me that on the SPS side. Show me enough people that will always be buying SPS no matter what. Also, Bitcoin, you have to actually put it in work to get Bitcoin, right? This is why proof of work versus proof of stake. Right now we get SPS for free just for participating in the ecosystem. You don't value something if it's given to you for free. Brand says, I've quoted over $10 million of interest in crypto gaming, started back in 2020, but obviously with the market conditions, they didn't pull the trigger. Problem with SPL, not enough liquidity to bring that money in. Okay, so Brandon, how do we solve the liquidity issue? Because even me trading $500 worth of DEC on the BNB chain, I run into price impact. Like, again, it's not big, but it's annoying, right? Even just like 0.5%, 1% price impact is like, well, this sucks. It's only $500. Like, how the hell would you bring $10 million in? My only thought to this is you have to increase the LP rewards. And that might be something worth considering. Like, there's a lot of SPS still kind of sitting aside. I don't know. Sorry, I had to message someone. All right, I don't think he's been in a Rooney buying mood recently. I think when it comes to Aggie, let's just wait and see. Make sure he's not selling all of his stuff. That'll be a big red flag. Iced NFT, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Mystic Force, I love being here hanging with you. Lots more fun than playing. Oh, fair enough. So iHorse, okay, I listen to crypto news 36 hours a day for years. I've never heard of Hive Chain before Splitlands. Maybe we need to change that. Okay, so here's something that's really exciting. I was watching a Coin Bureau video yesterday, and he mentioned like one of the things that he's bullish on for this next run is Web3 social media, which I think Hive actually does a pretty good job of. And then you also have like the Leo platform, right? Leo Threads, or in Leo now, that's built out some cool things. I don't know how this compares to other chains, but if people do start looking for ways to make money, I think Hive could actually take off if they're right about a social media Web3 kind of run, right? Like, we had our gaming run, but what if there's like a social media style like Web3 run where people just want to start posting all over, different types of socials. In fact, this is something that I've been meaning to do in terms of research, because I wanted to see what else is out there aside from Hive. Us people watching the stream will always be buying SPS, LOL. Okay, DJ, but see, here's the thing. I haven't bought SPS in a very long time, and I love this game. I make so much content around this game. I spend so much time thinking about it, yet I've bought 0 SPS lately. So again, maybe I'm not the best example, but is there anybody else here who's bought SPS, a significant amount of SPS at any point over the past 30 days? And can you tell me the reason why you've bought it? I'm not trying to hate on your thesis here, DJ. I'm just saying that even the most hardcore people are not buying because we're just getting it for free, right? I'm a hardcore Bitcoiner, but I don't get Bitcoin for free. Therefore, I got to go out and buy it. All right, I bought 4,000 USD of DEC and had almost 5% slippage. Yikes. Yeah, that sucks. So Brandon says liquidity issues. Exactly. The DAO needs to prioritize liquidity. A couple of ways: DAO fund liquidity directly, reduce pairs to concentrate rewards, and or market maker options claim mentions. Well, that could be something good. The whole market maker angle that he's taking. I'll admit that that's still something that I have not fully wrapped my head around yet. So it'll be cool to see what he does. But I mean, the problem is you give more rewards for liquidity, and you just get more sell pressure on SPS. Because I sell most of my LP rewards, right? And whether I'm selling them to reinvest or I'm selling them to buy some ice cream, it doesn't matter. It's still sell pressure. So is Aggie selling his assets? No, I wasn't saying that. I said if he does, then that's a red flag. I bought 17K earlier today, but it's because I swapped it with my GLX that's unstaked. That doesn't count. That's not new fiat coming in. You're just killing my GLX stack. Sold cards, bought SPS. Not much though. Fair enough. Horace just checked 4 of Aggie's accounts, none selling. One bought numerous assets 6 days ago. No details on high blocks, could be land. All right, so there you go. Again, I don't think Aggie's going to sell. I'm just saying that if he did, that would not look good. I think we'd all start questioning our sanity at that point. So we keep flirting with 35K and then getting rejected. So here we are back down to 34.7 or 34.5. Oh, look at this. Somebody just burned a ton of reward cards again. This was like at negative 600,000. Now we're at a positive 100,000. Yeah, this DEC issue is not going to be solved for a while. It makes me wonder if I should start selling some of my like extra reward cards. Not that I have many, but it's like, sorry, not selling, burning them for DEC. And then just taking that profit in DEC, because I'd never be able to sell them. They're not like, here's the thing. So this is part of the problem, right? They are not doing anything for me right now. And if we never solve the oversupply problem for cards, their value may not go up. Whereas I could burn them for DEC and immediately throw them into a liquidity pool, start earning rewards. Or, I'm sure people are doing it to buy Rebellion packs. Icy Flow, I sold 25% of my SPS. Oof. I'm thinking about selling 20%. Sorry, just being honest. I was thinking about selling 20%, throwing it into Parallel, which is about 50,000 SPS. Aggie wouldn't sell. He knows there are a bunch of people monitoring all of his accounts 24/7. Yeah, that doesn't mean he's not going to sell. I agree about rewards for nothing atmosphere right now. It needs to change. We'll take a massive proposal process by DAO. I'm just trying to think of like, I know you'd kind of referenced an idea that I had a while back of like removing DEC LP rewards from the other side. It's like, again, I don't know how much more liquidity this would provide, but I do think a lot of it would end up coming over. So, like here's a good example, right? DEC BUSD and SPS BNB. You could take this 11% and $300,000 worth of liquidity and put it here, right? And then the rewards for SPS BNB would jump up to like 36%. Is that enough to get more liquidity? Is having over $1 million in liquidity for SPS BNB enough? I don't know, maybe. I mean, one thing that I think actually the DAO should do is provide way more liquidity to the DEC SPS pool, considering how much DEC and SPS we have now. I mean, part of it too is just like the DAO shouldn't fight with people for rewards. At the same time, do we need other people if the DAO can fund everything? Like they would imagine if there were no LPs, right? For example, imagine if there were no LP rewards, I should say, because the DAO was just providing liquidity across the board. I mean, that would reduce, was it 7 million SPS sell pressure every month? I mean, you could even get the DAO with some DEC swapped on Hive. I mean, the only oddball here is vouchers and swap.hive. Sure, I guess you could continue to pay that out, but I mean, this is only $150,000 worth of liquidity. The DAO could easily, like, we could easily run some kind of promotion where we fill the DAO up with vouchers, right? And then use that. Because how many vouchers is this right now? Actually, I don't need to do the math. We can just go here. So voucher swap.hive. I mean, there's 2.3 million vouchers in there. That's not very much. And I know, like, putting stuff back into LPs in a way does recirculate it, but it requires a market transaction in order to recirculate it back into the system. You can lock away a lot of value in LPs. Yes, it's not technically locked because of the DAO, but it's just like, yeah, if we were to recirculate a bunch of DEC back out into the ecosystem, it's because there would be massive transactions for DEC. GFI Game Amazon, let me know when Rebellion hits map servers if you need someone to play matches with for content. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm expecting that after Thanksgiving. So yeah, we'll probably do some stuff here on the channel. As for buying SPS, I've swapped over 200,000 SPS in the last 24 hours. All right, so look, Brandon's selling too. Who bought $200,000 worth of SPS? Oh, there you go. So Blaze Coast canceled you out. LP is liquidity pool. Buying SPS. Buying is on my list of to-dos after getting the DEC cards for Land and Rebellion. Nice. Okay. I bought 2.5k SPS now. Nice. Blaze Coast. Let's go. From being outside, it takes 2. Virus. SPS is the most liquid, so never a bad option. True. What's up, Virus? Good to see you here, man. I'll see you in like 24 hours. All right, people seem so bearish. I can't wait to open my Rebellion packs and really start playing the game. Well, okay. See, this is a key point here. Vlogging. I could be bearish on the economy or the token values, but still excited about the Rebellion launch. The game itself is fun and exciting, but the economy has a lot of work still. Well, you'll be so focused on Land 1.5, getting in some Rebellion maps. Test server will be hard. Dude, DJ, I hope that is the case. I hope that I'm so focused on Land 1.5 that I completely miss the fact that Rebellion is coming out and it's on the map server. We'll sell it back to you at 20 cents. Nice. You know what's funny here though is like I don't think that I'm ever gonna have to buy SPS again, right? And maybe this is not the right mindset to have, but it's like I get so much per day, and I'm sitting on a good amount. I get so much per day that it doesn't matter whether SPS is at 2 cents or 20 cents or $2. It's just nice that I'm earning a nice steady drip, and then I take my ice cream money out of it. Shoot, have I been live for an hour and a half? Jeez, oh my gosh. It has not felt like that long. Oh my gosh, time flies. But as usual, this has been super fun, guys. Let me see what I got going on. I got to start packing for After Dark tomorrow. I haven't even done that. Let's see what's on the calendar today. All right, I guess we can start to wrap up here. You want to challenge me for one voucher? I mean, I'll just do a challenge. We don't have to throw a voucher into the mix. I know you love your vouchers. I don't want you to part with them. Come on, Splitland servers. Don't fail me now. What's going on? Let me try refreshing. You might need to send it again. Off to work. Have a great stream. All right, thanks, Horace. Take care. Super fun in the most bearish of ways, right? There you go. Spillin should do a promo for a badass card, depending on how many SPS you have staked. For example, 50k, get one card, and get a max summoner for 11 total. I mean, that's kind of like what Vruz was, right? I wouldn't mind doing a Vruz 2.0. Welcome back, Icy Flow. Hit the like, guys. Oh, thanks, Blaze Coast. I appreciate that. Oh, see, now I have 2 here. All right, I'll accept this one. See what happens. Oh, I should get all my tournament stuff done before tomorrow. Ooh, ain't that interesting? Are we playing in gold? Yes, we are. Huh. I think I want to go with this. Yeah. Yeah, this has a nice feel to it. Maybe we go with, oh, I definitely want him. Do we go with this, though? Yeah, I guess that could make things interesting. Sure, why not? No, you know what? Let's not go with that. Let's go with you. Oh, wait, no. The whole reason I picked this was because of him. Who would I have for 5 mana now? I don't like any of these guys, but let's go with you. Why not? No, you know what? He's just going to get nerfed. All right, let's try this, see what happens. Good luck. Ah, should have figured. So I'm not going to do any damage here. I just have to hope. Oh, see, I did put a blind in there. Okay, well, that's good. All right, we need to stick the affliction ASAP. Oh, love all the misses. Lice. All right, got the affliction. Beautiful. All right, let's hope you keep on missing. See, my Chaos Dragon isn't going to do much. Well, I'm sorry. The Chaos Dragon is doing a lot simply because of the blind ability. You guys can't hit my guy right now. Let's hope it stays that way. Yay, yay. Look at all those misses. That's what I'm talking about. All right, it's going to be a slow, long, drawn-out game. And I get the other benefit here of Resurrect if you do happen to hit. But so far, we've been good. Oh, and now this dude just handing out Madcape Magus, handing out afflictions all around. That will come in handy later. Oh, this has got to be frustrating for you. I don't know how many misses, but wow, yeah. Decent play though. I completely misread what's his name? This dude, Immortalis. I think this lineup ended up working a little bit better overall. God, that's just no misses. Even when you hit, it's the guy that can't do anything. No affliction, nothing. Yikes. All right, we need to hit an affliction here or poison or something. Oh, I forgot we're hitting the back line. Okay, well, I guess that's going to change things. I think we're going to go for flawless victory. I don't know how many rounds it's going to take, but I'm going to enjoy this. GG's, by the way. And that should be game. Now we should go a little bit faster. I'm just curious to see how many rounds this is going to end up taking. All right, poison. All right. Now he's done. Now he's done. So 12 rounds. GG's. Oh, sure, in second position. Thank you. That was clutch. Sup, Charles? Who's Charles? Sent again? Okay, cool. You got me. I sold most of my dragon cards, so I don't have Chaos Dragon anymore. Oh, that's a good one to have, though. My team has been on for like a minute. What's going on, Yvonne? Good to see you here. Good morning to the West Coast. Nobody can do anything. Yeah, it was a good game. GG's. Thank you, guys. Void Dragon's a lot of fun. The Forever game. Cripple is really strong in games like this. Who's a good Magic guy that does Cripple? I mean, you could do it with Dalin. That's always interesting. Poor Milo Cat. Jeff Obenskar just posted. Oh, no. Where did he post it? That sucks, man. Sad for Jeff. I know he lost a family member earlier this year, too. I have a cat, and that's sad. I hope he's doing all right. Let's see. Is that on Twitter? Sorry. Old habits. X. I see the picture he posted on X. Just recorded a very tough video so Milo could see you all one last time. Damn, man. On his YouTube channel? Okay. I'm going to shoot a message, show him some love. All right. Back in Diamond. My bot account plays in Diamond in Wild. So, dude, you don't have to send me a voucher. What are you doing? But I guess thank you. I'll send it back to you later. I'm still playing in gold, but I just haven't been playing much. Can I get a match in or no? Ooh. Let's see if whatever. Oh, error submitting this game. Unable to cancel match. All right, fine. Let's just play it. You know what I'm excited about? If you guys caught the oh shoot, so this is gold. Hold up. Bro, I don't even know. Oh, there's only 44 seconds. Oh no, sorry. This is a diamond level game. Oh, the bot's gonna take care of it. Never mind. GG's, yeah, indeed. RIP Mile. I think that's what it is. I think he passed away. I just saw the X post. You lost your service dog Willow earlier this year. I know the sorrow Jeff is going through. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's just it's like having a extra family member. Milo Daddy wasn't that old. Yeah, sometimes I don't know, man. The first cat that I had, who still lives in my parents' house, actually. I don't know. I worry about him because he's always got health problems. My parents are always like worried because they're taking him to the doctor or to the vet and stuff. He said Milo was 16 years old. My old Doxy is 16th this year. Every day I pray he remains in good health. Dude, this is the same. Let's see. How old's my cat? 20. I think 2011. So he's like gonna be 12. No, he just turned 12. September of 2011. And then the one that I have here is like September of 2016. So he's not as old. But they both act like old men. Grumpy. All right, guys. This was fun. I guess I'm coming up here on 2 hours. So make sure you go show Jeff some love. Obviously, he's going to go through a bit of a rough time. Let's watch this battle. But otherwise, I will, at this time tomorrow, I will actually be, hopefully, fingers crossed, unless there's anything crazy that happens, I will be in Atlanta hanging with Virus, maybe Darkest Night if we're able to make it there at a decent time and traffic isn't too crazy. Ooh, this is going to be rough. But I think we got it, right? That poison is huge. Done. Now let's just hope I don't get backfired. Oh, but even if I do, this guy can help me out. Scavo Hireling. GG's. GG's, you bot. My bot is better than yours. Let's see. So how much am I winning here? Diamond 1, I'm getting 2.698 SPS. Win streak, focus, alpha promo cards. Decent. Yeah. So let's see. Brandon, thanks for the surprise one day stream. Safe travels. Keep that Papa Bear chin up. All right. See you in a few. All right, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. Like I said, we're going to try and stream as much as we can from Atlanta this week. I think there's going to be a lot of conversations about Splinterlands. There's going to be a lot of conversations just about maybe gaming and crypto as well. So we'll try to capture as much of that as possible and include you guys in it. But overall, I'm looking forward to maybe capturing a little bit of the magic that was Splinterfest last year of just being around cool, like-minded folks who are into the same things. So I wish you all the best. We will try to run some tournaments while we're there. Virus has already been suggesting that. So keep an eye out. We'll try to stream and run some tournaments to keep people excited. But other than that, I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day. It's Wednesday, so I hope the week hasn't been too bad, and I hope it gets better from here if it has. But otherwise, peace. Have a good one.